You know, I didn't know if I was ever going to make this video. Sometimes you figure something out and you want to keep it to yourself. And I did this for 30 years, and it's time to let it go. I realized, you know, in my meditations and stuff that, you know, maybe if I was the first one that ever thought of this, it's now in the ether, and anybody can just grab it out of the sky, you know. So I'm just going to show you. And yeah, so this is me making custom curved returns. They're from a made-up radius because it's a recap package. Somebody gave me these pieces of paper and said, this is basically what the tread looks like. Can you make it pretty? So that's what I did, and they always turn out good, you know. And I'm going to show you how I do it. So if you're in the stair biz, I'm giving you a big one. So I am the human CNC machine, and here's my biggest secret. And good luck. The first cut's the most important. You got to make sure everything's flat. You got to make sure your bandsaw also is, you know, square. You want the blade has to be square, or it's not going to work out for you. And yeah, Boo's giving me a hard time walking down this hill. So good luck, everybody, and this is episode number 2. And how you liking that Tim song? Okay, bye. Hey, good morning. I was supposed to start this glass channel, our white oak job, but I came in and I was given these paper templates, and they want me to turn these paper templates into maple treads for some recap. So I'm going to show you that today a bit. So I've got to make the blanks to make the treads. So I'm going to pick out some maple here, and that's what I'm going to do.
Solid wood. He who calls himself piece of paper like this. And then with that piece of paper, to make, because I'm making like 15 of them, right? You gotta have a solid template. So I made a template out of 1/4 inch. This happens to be oak, but it was just scrap. And then this is the finished tread, man. And the way I do my returns, I'm better and faster than any CNC machine. Look at how tight this is. They'll all be like this. I'll show you later. I just started sanding them. But yeah, tricks of the trade, man. Just in case you can't see it, it's a maple against a piece of maple. Yeah, that's my tread. You can barely see the line, man. It won't even focus on it properly. Crazy. But hey, look at those. Look at how the grain matches there. That's wicked. That's what I look for. Oops, there's my finger. Anyway,